Hello, welcome back to Crochet at My House. This is a bit of a different video today. I'm doing a video on my yarn stash and organising it and stuff. So let's get right into it. Okay, so this is a bit of a different view. It's to try and show you some of my yarn stash. Now it looks kind of a mess at the moment. This is it all in bags and boxes, just sitting out to show you. This is a really big box, like that's my hand, and this box goes all the way down here, so it's a really big box. And like the different bags have different yarns in them. So first I'm going to start off with saying that this is all the yarn I got from Kim. My American yarns. So those are going to be put separate to a lot of my other yarns. I'm planning on putting some stuff out to display and some stuff not out to display. Okay, so this is my yarn all poured out of that box. So you can see it's really covering up the bed. And over here, this is the yarn I got from Kim. So we already know this is going in a separate place. I have an empty box. So I'm just going to put all of these in there. So this is basically an organising video, and I will show more of what I'm doing shortly, but with this box I just kind of already know what I'm doing, so I'm just flinging it in this box here. I will kind of tidy it up a little bit more later so that like the different types of yarn in here are separated into sections to make it a little easier to go through. But that's one thing, sorry. Now, something else I'm planning to do is, you may notice there's a couple of cakes, like there's one here and here. I'm going to separate those out and I'm going to pop them up on that shelf that I'll be showing you shortly. So let's do that. So I cut out the volume for this segment. As you can see, I'm putting yarn up on my shelf. It's mostly cakes and variegated. Here you can see I come past with a bag. That actually has sock yarn in it. I think I forgot to mention that in the rest of the video. Here I have some yarn I'd got for my last birthday. Some Knit Picks yarn I got in a swap. More of my stripe yarn and variegated. So all the things I actually put up on this shelf are things that inspire me to make stuff. So they tend to all be very bright and colourful. There's a couple of smaller balls. Here I have my 4-ply yarn. That is all bright and colourful as well. Now I have a bunch of just regular types of yarns, but we have sparkle and non-sparkle. So I'm going to separate them. Right, so we can see here, this is all my sparkly types of yarns. I have mostly purple for some unknown reason. These 4 here are purple. We have a white, a blue, and this pretty pink. This is really nice. And we have the 4 purples. Really don't want to show up well, but I promise you they are purple. Just not wanting to really show it. But 4 purples. It's kind of a light lavender kind of purple in variation. And then the last one we have is this dark blue. Oh, and the white, of course. So I've sorted some yarn here. These are all novelty types of yarns. Like they're not your standard yarn types. This one is a very super soft knit yarn, and it's like this, really fluffy stuff, and it's kind of on a chain that it's connected to. So this is what I would consider a novelty yarn. I have a couple of different types. I also have some blanket yarn. This is a So Crafty one. We have some more of that weird kind of fancy fluff yarn. This one being finer than the last one. We have this. This sort of like a ribbon. No idea what I'll ever do with it, but then this sort of ribbon kind of thing. We have very fine stuff. This is a 1. Now this isn't really like a novelty, as in like it's really strange, it's just really fine. So this is a linen yarn. There's also this linen. So you see exactly different colour. Then we have a very chunky yarn here. And this is just a little leftover from a ball I had. And we have this, is kind of velvety. I have 2 others of that here. We have a red, and that kind of velvety stuff, and a sort of pink. So these are all novelty yarns, so these should probably go separate from others. I also separated all of my basic DK yarn. The basic DK yarn I'm planning to put in one box all together, so it's in one place. So I put all of the novelty yarn in this box, you can see, and I also put all of my fine stuff, so I have some extra fine stuff I didn't show you. Some blue here, and then some green here, which are actually wool. So that's one box separated off. I have a few other random things, like this bag here. This is all cotton. It's been separated off as cotton. We also have this bag, which is a little bag I found in a charity shop at one point, and it's just random bits of different types of yarns and things that somebody hand dyed at one point. There's even handwritten labels on some of them. I also have this random bag here. This is mostly Cornish knitwear yarn, which is this stuff here, the Cornish wool. And then these different ones that are coloured, there are a couple of other wools. They're all kind of different. Some of them are vintage as well. This is a pattern one. I really love this label, it's so cute. Yeah, so this is just some wool. I do have some more wool to add to it, but we'll get to that. Oh yes, and we have this little nook of things. These have bamboo in them, 20% bamboo, and they are super soft. So I think I might put those in that box for now, just so that I keep them separate while I'm dealing with the DK. Okay, so this is all of the DK, and as you can see I have that big box here. I'm just going to pop all of this DK in here. I also have a tiny bit of iron that's going to go in here as well. The one cake I didn't put up on my shelf, it's half used. So I have quite a lot of DK because DK is one of the easiest things to get here. So it's what I use most. I do use iron quite a bit as well. I like using finer ones as well. I really haven't done a whole lot chunky. Done a little, but really not a whole lot. So I'll bring this up here. See, I put a bunch of yarn in. I'm just going to slot them in the bottom. I have some part used balls of that iron stuff over there. So I'm going to put that in. I also have a part used ball of the same kind of yarn, just different colour. So that's my DK that mostly has yarn bands. We have this, which I got for Christmas. I'm going to pop it in here as well. Then we have Style Craft. I do apologise for the crinkling. It's just when I'm kind of happy. I'll clear that out with you. This particular one here is not going in this box because I'm using it for a project. I got that. So they're just going to go in here. Here's some more Style Craft. I am not going to pop that in there right now since this is something I'm planning to use for a pattern. So I'm going to leave that to the side. I have 3 random balls back here. We have this, which I have absolutely no idea what it is. I got it in a charity shop. I have this. This is some wool, actual wool. Some wool DK, 20% wool, 80% acrylic. It's quite nice. And then this here is just a part used ball, the Women's Institute DK. Oh, that's some of that. Now I have a wee drop of yarn left. I have this bag, and I have this basket. So I think I'll start off with the bag. First of all, this one. I'm not going to do anything to this, but I will show you. This is a scrap ball bag. It has little balls in it, little pieces of yarn. That's what that is. And we have the bag it was sitting in. Push this back a little. Put it here. And this is really random. This is a part used ball I used to make an amigurumi a while back. I would pop that in the big tub. Then we have a whole lot of random stuff here. Like this. I really don't like this yarn. It's green and grey and sparkly. It's also quite chunky and just not my thing. So I'm going to put this to the side as something I'm going to get rid of. We have another chunky thing. This is actually purple. Looks like it's showing up kind of grey. This is a leftover ball from a cardigan my aunt made for my sister a long time ago. I don't know what I'll use that for, but I'm going to keep that one. And we have some crochet thread. It's something I haven't used, but I'm going to try to use at some point. I guess I'll keep that. There's another piece of that all in. And we have this. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to use it, but I'm going to keep it now. This is actually rubbed off of a jumper. Now the rest of what's in here is all fine creams and whites and stuff. Don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'm just going to leave that to the side. These are some DK that I still have put in there. It's all fine stuff. So I'm just going to do that. Here's a scrap ball for my hands. So this here is a scrap basket. This is the yarn I used making chicken shawl, which you will see in some of my older videos. It's leftover and this isn't bad, but I know what it is, so I'm going to leave that to the side. Now the rest of what's in here is all DK. It's all partly used. This is a sort of wine colour. I'm going to pop some of these in the big tub. Some white. Another ball of that colourful yarn, which I actually put up on my shelf. Peach. Blue. Just a bunch of other pieces. I'm going to put all the larger skeins in this tub. Oh, there's the full skein. Might add that to my shelf. It's all quite small scraps there. You see? So that was my yarn organising video. I now have a pretty shelf. I have sock yarn over here. I think I forgot to mention that during the video. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe and comment down below.